Hi guys, today I'm going to show you just how to make a delicious meal out of spinach stalks. You know, these things you cut off the spinach and you throw in the dustbin because they don't look so good. Now this has the ones that's packed with nutrients, vitamins, antioxidants, iron, all those good things that you really want in your body. Now these are the guys that you want to put in your meal. So you go with the back of a knife and you take, this is fibrous, so you go with the back and you can just pull those dark fibers, all those little fibers that makes the spinach look dark. You just pull them off until they're nice and clean and green, and you put them aside. So I've already done all that. So I've already done all my preparation. Yeah, I've cleaned them all, took out all the dirty ones. Now we're going to cut them into 2 centimeter pieces. We'll use a sharp knife, not a blunt knife, so we can cut nice precision cuts on them. Then I'll show you what I'm going to do now. Okay, so now we've cut it up, and we're going to put it in our pan. We'll put it in a low skillet. Don't have to use a big skillet for this. And we're going to fry these babies. We're going to fry them with a little bit of oil, salt water, a bit of salt, pepper, fresh garlic, which I'm going to chop up now. Put all that in. We're going to get a fresh garlic. I'm going to get a nice fresh garlic here. I'm going to get some garlic here. We're going to, you can chop up onion if you want, but I'm just going to cook. My recipe is all about this beautiful stems. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take 2 cloves of garlic. We're going to crush them to open them. I actually got a nicer knife for that one. Got a better knife for that one. So crush that garlic. Crush it nicely in the knife. Get them to come loose. And there you go. And you're going to just chop that up into little bits and put all that in your recipe with your stems. This one's struggling a bit to come loose. There we go. So you just chop them up into little pieces. They will go soft. You just throw them in there for the flavor. You can use all season. You can put a bit of spices in there. I use a bit of Kalahari royal salt and pepper mix. It's quite nice. I'll just put some of that on top of it. And then you give it a nice dash of oil. You let them fry. This is a wonderful recipe to eat as it is, but also if you cook it for a bit longer, you can make it into a puree, which is very nice. I put my stove on 5, and then I'm just going to let these guys sit and fry away. Put my lid on, and then I'll be back later for more. I'm going to put a nice squeak of fresh orange juice in there. Lemon juice, sorry, lemon juice. Lemon, not orange. Best if you use a fresh lemon. I just don't have one at the moment. But of course, fresh is always better. So even the spinach, you can mix it up together. Put a bit of mixed spices in there, whatever you want. I like to put a bit of paprika, roasted paprika. It's very nice, roast paprika, and there's always good. Gives it lots of flavor. And you can put whatever you like. If you want to put a bit of something spicy in there, or you want to put a bit of something a little bit more tasty, I put a bit of turmeric in there. You can chop up onion as well, but this is all about this. This is just going to be a puree. So now we're going to leave it. You can even put a bit of soy sauce on there if you want. Let it cook, and once it's cooked and it's softly cooked, then you can Once it's cooked soft and it becomes transparent, just mix it a bit. You can always add a bit more spices to your taste in there. But it's important to get all those little brown rinds off them. It's a very fibrous thing, so it's a very fibrous vegetable, so you need to get off all those dirty little rinds, all these little dirty bits and pieces that you can see on the vegetable. That makes it a bit more, it looks like it's a little bit dirty, those little bits of dirt on there. I cut the ends off because we don't need to use that, but it's little pieces of fiber that you can just pull off. I just use the back of my scissors, or you can use the back of a knife to do that, and you just pull it loose from there because it's so fibrous. You just pull it loose from there like that. You just cut it loose like that, and all you do is pull it, and the whole piece of brown comes off, and it leaves you with a nice clean edge. Not this one I threw out, but just to show you how to do it. So it's very fibrous. You can see it's a very fibrous veg, lots of fiber, and it's very healthy for you. It's packed with vitamins, minerals, the antioxidants, calcium. This is the most amazing, and we always throw them in the dustbin. Now you can cook that up, wash them well to make sure that you get no sand in there as well. So I'm going to come back when they're nicely cooked.